We're going to cover the quick basics to diving. First one we're going to talk about is the jumping leg nearest to the ball. The driving leg, the leg farthest from the ball. Shooting the arms to the ball. All these generate momentum. And the fourth item we're going to talk about is the driving leg pumps and then kicks out straight to give you one last little effort to give you some distance and range and speed. Last thing, using the ball whenever possible when landing. These are elements of power diving we're going to work on and I'll try to talk about in the video as we go. Here's just a quick image. It talks about the driving leg pumping towards the ball. Notice how that leg is pumping up towards my chest. It generates momentum. Similar to basketball when they do a layup, you'll notice that if you did a layup naturally, you're going to raise that leg up. It generates momentum. Here's a picture of a basketball player with 12 or so freeze frames. Notice how his leg kicks up, his arms shoot up, and gives him momentum, and then his leg kind of kicks out a little bit straight as he gets closer to the basket. Power diving in soccer is not really all that different, other than instead of going straight up vertically, we're going at an angle or horizontal. So I just turn the image, you can kind of notice it looks like a diving motion, other than he's perfectly horizontal. Here you can see I'm generating kind of a diagonal momentum because I have to both go up and sideways. The last thing we're talking about is using the ball as landing whenever possible. The ball will take the most of the impact of the fall, making it a little bit softer. That being said, there are times where one hand will always reach farther than two. So there are times where you have to tip or deflect the ball. The difference of using two hands versus one is an issue of speed and range. You will always be able to reach farther with one hand because your bottom shoulder will drop or your top shoulder will drop, allowing a little bit more extension of maybe 3 to 4 inches. Two hands always give you more catching surface and more deflecting surface, so it's a little bit of a question of, do you need the range and speed where one hand will always take precedent? Or do you need a bigger surface on a very hard driven ball to deflect it with two hands, or do you want to try catching the ball? Here I've got an image of me reaching two hands for a ball. I can clearly catch it. Notice how the ball's in line with my body. I know that I can catch the ball and bring it right down to the ground and pin it. Here's another image of me reaching for a ball. It's a little bit higher. Now it's above my body, so I need the biggest reach I can. It's also a pretty hard driven ball as well too. So I'm reaching one hand. Notice how my bottom shoulder drops and my right shoulder reaches as far as possible so I can get a big palm on the ball. And here's one last image of a shot in upper 90. This photo is really hard to tell, but the speed of this shot was fast. And so I had to reach with my bottom hand because it's a speed issue, not a height issue. This ball is really tall, but at the same time, you can reach taller using your top hand, which in this photo would have been my left arm, my left hand. But this was an issue of speed, so I reached my hand closest to the ball, which is my right hand, still able to make the save. The landing on these are just a little bit trickier to deal with because you're open and exposed to the ground. Okay, let's take a look at how we did. Watch everybody's training sessions, try to learn from everybody else as well as your own. I'll try to make a few comments as we go.
Good job, nice job, Beck. Here we go. Push hard. Good job, up. Come on, push. Here we go, Becca. Good job, nice job, Beck. Come on, last three, push it. Good job, Beck. Last two, come on. Here we go. Upper. Good. Good job. Last one, Beck. Come on, push hard. I know you're tired. Good job, Beck. Nice push. Go. Come on, Beck. Push. Good job, nice job, Beck. Here we go. Push hard. Good job, up. Push. Here we go, Beck. Good job, nice job, Beck. Come on, last three. Push it. Good job, Beck. Last two. Come on. Here we go. Upper. Good. Got last one, Beck. Come on, push hard. Another time. Good job, Beck. Good.
Becca, good job. Both sides looked equal on your dive. Two things to work on. On top hand dives, let's work on rolling out of those. And number two, this is your driving leg. Notice how your driving leg really doesn't get that much height. The more you drive it and pump that up to your chest, the more momentum you have. Now, the other side of that is on balls that are very, very fast and speed is an issue, you're just not going to get much of a pump. However, on this particular dive, we were just barely short distance-wise, and it's because our driving leg, we just need to get it a little faster, a little stronger.
Go. Come on, push, buddy. One, good job up and roll out. Nice job. Here we go. Two, nice job. And roll out. Here we go. Come on, push. Good dive right here. Come on, last three, Jason. Come on. Good. Up. Come on. I know you're tired. Last one. Get a step in. Come on. Good job. Perfect. Good job. Way in on catch. Good job. Really good job. How you? Go. Come on, push, buddy. Good job up, roll out, this way, here we go. Good job, roll out, here we go, come on, push. Good job, right here, come on, last three, Jason, come on. Good, up, come on. Hard, last one, get a second, come on. Good job, perfect, good job, way out, catch, good job.
All right, really good job. Here's 3 things I want you to focus on now. I'm being really technical, but that's why we filmed this in the first place. Notice on this dive, your very first dive, the ball's well above your head and you're reaching with your bottom hand. It's not an issue of speed, it's an issue of range here, because no matter how fast you are, you've got to get the height on this. Now, I want you to reach with your top hand, and as soon as you know you're going one hand, take your other hand and drop that shoulder and give yourself 3 to 4 more inches of reach. That's number 1. Know when to go top hand versus bottom hand, and I'm suspecting that you went bottom hand because that's your right hand and you're more comfortable with it. Number 2, these next few pictures, I want you to look at your driving leg. You get a pump, however, notice how your heel is behind your body, not in front of your body. When I drive my leg, my knee goes to my chest. When you drive your leg, your foot goes to your butt, kind of like a butt kick. And what that's causing is going to cause your back to roll a little bit, and your landings are going to land a little bit on your hip to your tailbone. It's going to cause a little bit of a rough landing and not give you as much pump and progression. Your knee needs to go the direction of where the ball is. Think of that NBA basketball player. He didn't really kick his butt with his heel. He drove his knee up to generate momentum. Same principle. The knee's got to go towards the chest in front of you.
You ready, Zach? Okay, 1 sec. I got 6. All right. Ready? Go. Here we go, Zach. Come on, push hard, bud. 1. Good job. Nice job. Up. Push. It's going high. Good. Up. Come on. Here we go. Last. Come on. Yes. Push it. Last 3. Come on, Zach. Up. Nice job. I like it. Go. Come on. 1. Nice job. 1 more. It's going high. Come on. Push hard, bud. Up. Nice job. Roll out. Nice job. Good job, bud. Here we go, Zach. Come on. Push hard, bud. 1. Good job. Nice job. Up. Going high. Good. Up. Here we go. Last 1. Yes. Push it. Last 3. Come on, Zach. Up. Nice job. I like it. Go. Come on. Good job. 1 more. It's going high. Come on. Push hard, bud. Up. Good job. Roll out. Good job, bud.
On your right side, terrific job driving your left leg up. I also like how you take your opposite hand and lower that shoulder to give you maximum reach. But now I'm being very picky, but this is how we're going to get better at this. I don't want you to swat the ball when doing single hand deflections. In this image, you can notice you start driving your hand for range, but then all of a sudden you stop it because you're trying to swat at the ball. Swatting does 2 things. 1, it adds more movement. Anytime there's more movement, there's more risk for error. Number 2, your hand's not fully extended to give yourself that shoot as far as you need to get momentum. When going to your left side, it looks like we have a little bit of that butt kick scenario where instead of driving your knee towards the ball in front of you, your leg trails and kind of does your heel kicks your butt, which is losing momentum on your left side. So it looks like there's a little bit of difference from right to left. We want to make sure we get those equal and get that driving in front of us.
Push hard. Come on, buddy. Up. Good job. Nice job. Come on, push, buddy. Quick. Here we go. Good job. Roll out. Good job. Here we go. Last 4. Come on, I see. 1. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Push. Come on. 2. All right. Last 2. Get some forward again. Go, go, go. Good job. Last 1. Come on. Push right here, buddy. Come on up. Okay. Nice job. Go. Come on, buddy. Up. Good job. Good job. Come on, push, buddy. Quick. Here we go. Good job. Roll out. Here we go. Last 4. Come on. 1. All right, last 2. Get some forward, James. Go, go, go. Last 1. Push everybody. Come on up. Okay, nice job. Okay, now last one. You're totally tired. Feel you turn and catch, dive with it. You don't want to get caught turning this way. Okay, sit your ball, okay?
On your first dive, when your legs are fresh, you did a fantastic dive to your right. Your left leg drives to your chest in the direction of the ball. Looks perfect. Your jumping legs extended. Your arms are there. You're dropping your opposite shoulder to get further range. Everything looks good. As we start progressing through this drill, it's demanding. It starts wearing you down. And footwork. Footwork is the key to making you better. When you get tired or you get out of position, our footwork needs to be a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper to transition us to better positioning. What you'll notice in these pictures are your footwork doesn't quite turn you. In this first picture, your shoulders are square. Things look good. You're entering into a crossover step, but what happens next determines how well the dive's going to be. If you cross over and then square up again and then jump off your leg closest to the ball, you're in great shape. You're going to extend far. You're going to land great. You're going to open to the ball. If you jump off the leg farthest from the ball, or you get in that crossover step and dive from that leg farthest from the ball, it'll then rotate you tummy down into the Superman dives where you can't catch a ball and you have a very hard time deflecting it. So everything looks good, technique's good, footwork we've got to sharpen up. We've got to be faster on footwork, we've got to be sharper on our steps. That's not training running of a mile or 100-yard sprints. This is training crossovers, crossover steps, shuffle steps, and more crossover steps, and getting into the transition of the footwork.
You ready, Kieran? And go. Push hard, buddy. Come on. One, nice job. Here we go. Push hard. Come on, quick. Two. Good job. Here we go. Come on. Three. Here we go. I'll send you some hard ones. Good dive. Right here. Last two. Come on, Kieran. Good job. Last one, buddy. Push. Get some footwork in. Good job. Nice hustle. Nice job. Here we go. Push hard. Come on, quick. Good job, last one, buddy. Push, get some forward. Good job.
Kieran, good job on the post-to-post game. It's always a little tough with you because your range is so big with your reach and your speed. You have very quick feet. What we do want to work on, though, is our actual footwork, the steps we need to make before we dive. In this sequence, I've got videos of you starting into a crossover step. Everything looks good. This freeze frame we're looking at right here is where I want you to plant your right foot and dive. But instead, you take a huge lunge step, a very wide step, and you notice your toe starts to point towards the pole, so it opens up, so you really can't dive without doing a Superman dive on that. And it really takes such a big step that you can't plant your foot to put the weight on it to dive. So there's a time you want to take a big step on your first crossover, but then you want to start taking some small, quick adjustment steps to make sure that you're set up to make that dive with your shoulders open to get the ball. And here you can see what happens when we throw the ball to the side. Your stance, your step is so far apart that you can't ever get a dive on that right leg. So instead, your last jump you make is off your left leg, which automatically puts you about 3 or 4 feet away from the ball. So we want to make sure we transition our weight to our right, jump off that leg closest to the ball. Footwork is key in goalkeeping. The better footwork you have, the easier the save gets. And sometimes that means you're diving a greater distance, but it's easier to do because you're making the right footwork to get you there.
Go. Come on, push hard, see? Good job, nice job. Up. Come on, push it, Sawana. 2, nice job. Last 4. Come on, push hard, kid. Good job, nice job. Last 3, come on. 1. Last 2, come on, push, big dive. Good hustle, last one, Sawana right here. Good job, nice push. Hustle. Good job, good job. Last 4, push, Sawana. 2, nice job. Last 4, come on, push hard. Good job, nice job. Last 2, come on. 1. Last 2, come on, push, big dive. Good hustle, last one, Sawana right here. Good job, nice push.
See, really good job diving to your right. Notice how you've got that driving leg in position. Your hands are shooting to the ball, big open, square shoulders to the ball. Everything looks good on the right side. I love this. And then here's that next reach for the ball. That leg's already driving. We can drive that leg higher, and it's going to get you more speed and more range. Notice here that on this save, although it's awesome, you're just barely at the fingertips of it, where if you got that leg pumping even higher, you're going to be able to overdive that. Now moving on to your left side, it's a different picture. Your left side, we have a little bit of a tendency to not drive that leg as well, and we need to work a little bit on our footwork. It's interesting that you came right after Kieran's thing where we're talking about footwork and the crossover steps. Same thing applies here. I want you to do a little bit shorter crossover steps so you can transition to the dive faster. Taking smaller, quicker steps are going to allow you to adjust better to get into that diving position. And when you get caught in a big step, you often don't transition to the jumping leg closest to the ball being the one you're diving with. And you can see the stack of your right to left. When you're diving to your left, you got caught in that position where you jumped off the leg farthest from the ball, kind of turned to a collapse dive. So your right side's a little bit cleaner. Let's make our left look like the right side and work on that driving leg by getting better footwork, smaller, faster footwork to get us there.
Hard up. One, nice job. Good dive. Here we go. Push. Two, nice job. Here we go. Last four. Come on, Abby. One, nice job. Perfect. Come on, push hard. Good job. Last two, Abby. Going up high. Awesome. Good job. Push. Come on. Here we go. Good job. Oh. One, nice job. Good job. Here we go. Push. Nice job. Here we go. Last four. Come on, Abby. Nice job. Perfect. Come on, push hard. Good job. Last two, Abby. Going up high. Awesome. Good job. Push. Come on. Here we go.
Abby, we got a difference between our right and our left sides. Your left side, I think, looks really strong on your jumping leg, and your driving leg looks pretty good. We've got room for improvement to make that higher on our driving leg, on our left side. On our right side, we have a tendency to do a lot more collapse dives. Now, some of that's just the coordination and feel of getting that jump off your right leg and driving the left, and most of it is actually related to footwork once again. A lot of it's dealing with the crossover step. If you get caught in a large crossover step, you're not going to be able to transition to that jumping off the leg closest to the ball. You're going to end up having a lot more collapse dives because your crossover step's so big that you can't put your plant leg down for the leg closest to the ball. So on this freeze frame, let me show you two things. This is a snapshot of your crossover step going to your right side versus your left. On the right side of your screen, you're diving to your left, which it looks like your stronger side. Crossover step is smaller, so you can make more micro adjustments to get diving off the correct foot. On your right side, your crossover step's substantially larger, takes more time to get out of, and we're having a tendency not being able to plant that jumping leg closest to the ball in the right stride. It's just a little bit of our crossover steps making it so slow that we can't transition to get the right footwork. So here's the diving to your right. Notice how we get that. We're jumping off the leg farthest from the ball. We never transition. Still a great save, great extension. I mean, everything is good. If we get you jumping off the right leg, it's going to be flawless. Here's your left side, a little bit stronger. You have a shorter crossover step. Notice how your leg's got a pretty good pump, but it's still not driving to your chest. And then as we take that one more frame further, you can see how your heel is behind your body. This will cause two things. One, you'll lose a little bit of speed and momentum because your leg's not driving up to your chest in front of your body. And two, it'll start having a tendency to rotate your hips a little bit back and make your landing a little bit choppier.
Go. Here, go, Scott. Nice job. One. Nice job. Push it. Come on, quick. Two. Nice job. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Push. Three. Good dive. Come on. Last three. Come on, Kendall. Good job. Nice job. Keep going. Next post. Quick. Good job. Last one right here. Push hard. Come on, Kendall. Good dive. Nice job, buddy. Good hustle. Good effort. You good? Yeah. Good hustle. Wasn't done yet. Go. Go. Good job. One. Nice job. Push it. Come on, quick. Two. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Push. Come on. Last three. Come on, Kendall. Good job. Next post. Quick. Good job. Last one right here. Push hard. Good job, buddy.
Kendall, good job. Two things we're going to look at is diving to your left side. Looks like we have a case where we jump off that leg farthest from the ball. We don't get our footwork transition fast enough to dive off the leg closest to the ball. Makes you a little bit short on range, so we have a tendency to deflect some of these balls. We aren't able to catch them because we're not jumping off the right leg. Going to your right side, looks like we got a good jumping leg position. However, our driving leg, if you look at it, you can see it's straight as can be. So imagine that basketball player picture we had at the very beginning. They're doing a layup. Try doing a layup with your legs perfectly straight, and you'll find out it's just awkward. You lose a lot of height and momentum. So two things to work on for you. Same with other kids we talked about, the transition with your footwork being the key. Smaller, faster steps allow you to adjust quicker and get you in the correct diving position. And the driving leg, it will give you so much speed and momentum. The only time when you don't really get a good driving leg is if you are doing reaction saves, but in a drill like this, we're really trying to cover a lot of distance. That driving leg is key. Pump that up to your chest, give you as much height and power as you can.
Go. Good job. Here we go. Push up. 2, nice job, here we go, next post, here we go. Good hustle, nice job, Kel, last one. You got 2 more, nice job, Kel, 2 more, come on, be big. One, great job, last one, push hard. Good, nice job, way to pin the last one, good job, good hustle. Look it, has everybody done this?
Cal, good job. On your transitional footwork, remember the same thing that's kind of a recurring theme in these training sessions is your crossover step can be large when you're making a collapse dive. And so here we're doing a collapse dive to our left, which is fine because that's the ball I threw to you. It was definitely a collapse dive. The large step in the collapse dive allows you to get your body behind the ball. However, when you do a collapse dive, I want you to try to pin those to the ground. If you're ever doing a deflection, I'd rather have you do a power dive and just dive through it to give yourself extra push to make sure the ball goes wide of the bar and stays out of trouble for us. As we're going to our right side here, we have a crossover step that once again that's so large it makes it so we can't take a quick step to jump off our right leg, which is the leg closest to the ball. So bring your crossover step smaller as you get closer to the ball so you can transition into the right footwork for the dive. In this you have a large crossover step and we never get that leg closest to the ball in position to jump, and you can see we're falling into a collapse dive position rather than a power dive because we needed to take one more small step after the crossover to allow ourselves to square our shoulders up and adjust for the dive.
Good, awesome, push it, come on, here we go. Good job, here we go, last 3, here we go. That's huge, come on, push. 1, last 2. Good. Good, oh man, here we go, push it. Good job. Oh shit, come on, you're up. Good, awesome, push it, come on, here we go. Good job, here we go, last 3, here we go. That's huge, come on, push. 1, last 2. Good. Good, oh man, here we go, push it. Good job. Oh shit.
Great job. Sorry, a little bit of your view's obstructed on this, but let's talk about your right side. Right side, you had some great dives, great jumping leg, decent driving leg. We can still drive that further to our chest in the direction of the ball to get more range and power, but your driving leg that you do have is in front of your body, and that's the biggest point. Get that in front of your body. It'll still put momentum towards the ball. It looks good. Great extension, great catch, great pin. This one's a little bit obstructed as well, but you can see that driving leg is in front of your body. Your knee's in front of you, so it's generating momentum in the right direction. Now if we can get your ankle just a little bit further ahead of you as well too, we'll get more. Now going to the left side, we had a couple dives that we ended up doing kind of a not quite a collapse dive, but we jumped off the leg farthest from the ball, so it really limited our range. But we also had one where we jumped off the leg closest to the ball, looked really, really good. You got high, you grabbed it, had a lot of momentum. On the landing, we came down with the knee hitting the ground first rather than the ball. And when it did, it caused your body to turn and left the ball kind of in a Superman position where you have two hands on top and there's not really a backhand leaving the ball exposed to the goal. So I really love your right side. I want to make your left side look a little bit more clean like your right side is with that driving leg, and definitely get rid of those rotating landings and try to keep our shoulders a little bit square so it's always protected. But really good job. Very fast footwork. Looks good.
Go, push hard, here we go, Cal. Good job, up, here we go, right here. Come on, good job, 2, here we go, next one. And just dive with them. Good job, here we go, push, last 4. 1, right here, Callie, here we go. 2, last one, Callie, here we go, let's dive with it. Good job, nice job. Okay, and you can kind of feel, Callie, you kind of want like this, reaching. If you shoot 2 hands, you'll get a little bit more momentum. Good job, though, you good? Cool, grab 6 balls. What's that? Here we go, Cal. Good job, up, here we go, right here.
Okay, Callie, a few things we're going to point out. One is the wide stance you have a tendency to do. So you start moving across the goal mouth, and right before you enter in the point we should dive, you've got this really, really wide stance. And if you think about it, the wider your stance goes, the lower it kind of puts your hips to the ground, and that's a harder position for you to step out of and jump out of. The deeper you go, the harder it is to jump out of. And so when you take those transition steps into a dive, we want shorter steps, so when you dive, it's just a shorter explosive push off your leg, and you're not trying to press your jump all the way from the ground level. So look at a couple of these freeze frames, see how wide that jumping stance is. We want to close that up to half or less than half of what it is already now, because you're in a lunge. Trying to jump out of a lunge is pretty hard to do. So this is one I really like. Your stance looks good. It's a lot narrower. You're transitioning your weight to that leg closest to the ball, ready to jump. Now the next step is to drive that opposite leg. As you can see the picture right next to it, I want you to drive that leg up towards the ball. That'll give you momentum and power. Then the third, probably the most important thing for you to work on, more than that footwork, is actually just shooting both hands towards the ball. You're shooting one hand towards the ball now, and every ball you're trying to run through and deflect. There was only a couple of them that you actually dove for, and none of them did you dive with two hands. But if you shoot two hands, it'll give you more momentum. It'll keep your shoulders square to the ball, and it'll make your landing a lot easier because you're going to use that ball to land and break your fall. So biggest thing to work on, shoot two hands to the ball and get used to pinning the ball to the ground. Secondary, shorten your steps up.
And go. Good job. I'll shoot him out for you. Okay, the pad will free. So as you go, if the pad's out, every other person shoot, keep it go. Good job, nice shot, Steve. Okay, so, okay. So what are you talking about? This is like when you go on this high dive, you have a tendency to go like this and go up and then come down, rather than just going here and straight where the ball is. Okay? And I don't know if that's you think about this too much, or if that's just on my body. You'll see it, don't cancel your outline and down, rather than just going to shoot that. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to focus, go step, 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 and shoot, boom, right at the ball. And shooting your hands to the ball, rather than kind of throwing them up. Okay, that being said, let's just go through the ball. Let's go back. Here we go. Perfect, great pin, wait for it. Go. Good job. Okay, so Kendall, you landed on your shoulder. And if I take the mat away, it's going to bring you. So I want you to go through that. As soon as the ball's up, you go like this. Ball goes out first, and stand right on the side. You went like this and that. Like that, and that's going to hit hard. And walk in the opposite go. Back up to this. Good, stand it up. Going top back forward, you loud. Runners, who's first, not forward. I need you guys to carry the ball. 3, 2 more. Last line. Let me have the ball first. The reason I want you guys to do this is we're going to get thrown into the watch everybody else before you do. Okay? So, stand on the side. There we go. This is like counting. Emily, hand the ball. Thanks, Emily. Okay, now I'm going to go again. The rest of you guys, get ready to hand the ball. But I want you guys to watch everybody else who's diving. Got it? Watch them on where they dive. Watch if they drive their leg. Watch what they do. Capiche? Okay. Here we go. Go. Down, okay. I got you a little too. Go. Oh, sorry. Here, you want to go again, dude? Go. You ready? Go. Good job. Great pitch. Stay on your side. Keep going. Go. Okay. I'll grab it. I know you do better. Let's go. Good job. Land. Hit free. On any side. How many points of contact? 2. So what's going to happen? Now in real life, you made one of those huge saves, you know, land like this and put the hell of your hand. But pin it. It'll make the landing waist up. It will save your shoulders. Go. One more there. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, I got you. Your top leg, I gotta have drive to your chest. Ready? Go. Okay, a few more guys. We gotta take it back up. Go. Good news. It's not back up. And if you need to take on the pad back. First one. Go. Good job, Steve. Go. Go. Good job, Kevin. I'll throw them higher, farther for you. Good job. But give me a kick on the pad. It's going on. Okay, ready? And go. Good job, Kel. I just gotta get you in. I throw it a little faster to do it. Okay, so Pierce, you want to lean to the side, Pierce, you kind of sit there and just a little bit. Go. Okay, I'll throw it out for you. You need to kick me up like that. Pierce. Go. Okay, wait a minute. This leg didn't drive here. Because you did what I talked about on the whiplash. You went like this and then went whack. You never leveled out because you probably didn't drive that leg. So hopefully we'll catch it. Kara, are you ready? Go. Good job. Again. Good job. I like it. You gotta go. We want to do like 50 of those. I'll throw a part out of that. Sorry. Can you take that? And go. Good job, Becca. Great job, Becca. You're so much fun. And go. Good job, flying. Look at our throat. Keep down. Okay, they're ready? Like the back. You ready? Yeah. You nailed her, dude. I'm ready. Go. Good. Nice job. Way to pin it, but I like that. Go. Good. Take you. You roll your stomach again, bud. You gotta land on your side. And go. Let's go. Let's far out. Guys, real quick. Let's change our lineup a little bit. So, hang on. Back to that. Back to that. Go to this line right here. I always want to have one person stay back here. Two people. Let's have two people back here, two people over there. Two people stay here. Your only goal is to adjust the pad, and then you come back here. Make sense? So your first pad adjuster, and then after that, you come back over here. All right. Nice job. Okay, ready to go? Go. Go. Drop, drop, hurt. Okay, drop. Drop, crowd, you have to throw it right up. Go. I like it, putting your hands like this. You didn't use the ball to break the ball, but you drove your legs to push it. Go. Good, nice job. And then if you try to like quicker to your chest, you hit more range. Go. Back. You're pushing the walk. Ready, go. Go. That's my bad, you catch them. Sorry. Always have one person right in the path, so it's not safe. And go. Good, nice reach. Good job. And so if you do have to go one-handed, you tip it and roll out. Good job. Go. Good, man. Good. Get it down. Go. Perfect. Great. Pull it down. Use that 3-point pin. Here we go. Go. Good job, Kieran. That's better. Good job, bud. And go. Good job. Okay. Good job. Good job. Okay, who's watching? Okay, when you're watching that, what you're looking for. You're watching this leg go boom, and watch the power. Okay, you ready? Go! That leg did drive. And that top leg did drive. Drag. Go! That leg, if you watch, kicks all the way up here and it kicks it back down. You have a little more power in the feet. We're not going to slow ball. Super fast when it's time to do it. Go! One of these little archers. Good job. Go! Good release. Here we go. Go! Oh man, I gave you a chippy ball. My bad. Hang on a sec. Go! Good. Nice job, man. Good release, buddy. Go! Okay, alright. This is my talk. In a game, you're not going to have a stick in a bag. You'll just go for balls and easy. So it's not new to me. Go. Good job, man. You got it. You got it. Go. Okay, nice job. To this side. Do an adjustment. Go. Good job. You got it. Okay, so now, you got a good cut. This top leg right here is just kind of staying back rather than getting a pump. Once you get that pump up, go fly. Go. Good reverse, Becca. And go. Okay, let's switch sides, guys.